Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 112 of the Everything Moto Racing podcast. I hope you've had a fantastic week, as always. You're not too tired from watching the IndianGP at all sorts of incredibly early times of the morning, or late, depending where you're from. It's only going to get worse as the flyaways continue, with Japan coming up this weekend. But it was fine because we had a pretty darn good racetrack in India. I was very, very pleasantly surprised. I don't know about you two.
Yeah, I mean, I think just because there was such negative energy heading into the weekend. Not only did we have all the visa problems and going oh God, is anyone actually gonna be here for race day? Once that sort of settled down and it was clear to see that riders were getting there, then obviously the next one was no one's ridden this track before, we're not even sure if it's safe to ride. And then first free practice on Friday and the overwhelming responses that everyone loves it. So yeah, I was really chuffed with the weekend. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the track looks sick, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I want a shot.
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, it looks really good. I don't know, there was a whole atmosphere this week and it's just been really cool. And then weather and everything, it had everything. What didn't we have this weekend?
It did.
Tell me. We had surprise winners, really. We had surprise losers, we had just good stuff.
Monkeys.
We had monkeys.
No snakes. No snakes, just monkeys.
Oh yeah.
We had marshals without food and water.
Ooh.
Temporarily.
Yeah.
But once that was resolved, I think that was it. It was game on from there. I'm trying to think, and I quite enjoyed the timings it was at. I had watched all the racing. I still had the rest of my day left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was nice.
Midday.
I mean, you're not going to enjoy. I don't think you'll enjoy Japan that much.
No.
No.
I've just looked now.
No, Japan's the middle of the night
1 a.m.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. This is why we have high quality social media journalist outlets to catch up on everything, right? Isn't that right, Dak?
Like Everything Moto Racing.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's sleep. No sleep. Way.
So that you wake up to spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. And then get ridiculed by people online because I've spoiled the race for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't speak to you at all at Sunday because I was awake for Moto 3, half an hour before the race, and I fell asleep. Slept through it all.
Tragic.
So, my word.
Did have to turn off all my social medias and my phone. But I did watch the races, so no one can come at me, just with a 2-hour delay on pretty much all of them. But I will be better, because 1 a.m.'s fine. I can get up at I'm not even in bed at 1 a.m. So I'm just going to stay up all this week.
That's the thing, you got to stay up all night, haven't you, really?
I have nothing on Sunday, so I have no issue staying up all Saturday night to watch the races.
It's just Friday night, Saturday night.
We'll see about that. I only have work for a couple hours on Saturday, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. But so pretty good Indian race weekend. I want to before we go into the IndianGP, just give a couple shout-outs first. Firstly to Max Flinders, who, if you watch Moto America Superbike, you'll notice our logos on his motorbike.
Yes.
He got his first ever podium in the baggers this weekend, which I was absolutely elated for him for, because if you watch Moto America or you know much about Moto America, you know that Max is one of the nicest guys in the paddock. He's just an absolute gen. Everybody loves him. He's a fan favourite, and to see him get his first podium on that level is just amazing, and he truly deserves it. The outpouring of support that's followed that podium as well is amazing, and so he deserves all the recognition he gets because he works damn hard and he deserves it.
Legend.
The other one, would be Kale Yakov getting a podium in Supersport this weekend as well. She's 16 years old and she's an absolute beast, to be honest.
Legend.
She got won races in the Junior Cup last year. She's now in Twins Cup this year for a little bit and was on podiums there. In her third ever Supersport races on the podium.
Third ever?
16 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next Mark
was pretty
Marquez.
good. Yeah. No, literally, I was a bit annoyed that not many people were talking about it, to be honest. But one person who did reshare it was Top Rack Razgatioglu.
Nice.
So what a legend.
Excellent.
Seen that reposted it on his story, and I was like, what a man to repost that. I think that was fabulous.
Yeah.
And he
that's
had a
massive.
caption like, oh my God, she's just 15 and she's unreal sort of thing. So that's good. Nice to see him sharing it.
Yeah, that's really good. That helped because I do want to see her come over to Europe at some point. Like, I know she's got her schooling and stuff like that, and it's a bit difficult to drop everything and come over here with no funding and things like that. But I really do think that if anybody's got a shot at making it into Moto2 and GP and performing on the world level, a female rider performing on the world level in the next kind of 3 years, I really do think she is one of them. There are a few coming up. There's a lot of girls who've been selected to do the Red Bull Rookies tryouts, which is great. Yvonne Kerp, I think her name is, who rides for Leglise, the European Talent Cup. She's one. There's the Angelus MTA squad, have a few girls riding in the Italian Championship, and a few of them have been selected for the Rookies tryouts as well, which is great. But I think Kyla is spectacular, and I do want to see her over in Europe. I think she'd do really well, to be honest.
Yeah, she would. And she's getting that experience now as well under her belt that hopefully when she does make that step to Europe, she's got, a good, obviously she'll have to learn all the tracks, but she's got good advantage by having lots
understanding.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that means when she does make the step over, she'll smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seemed really adaptable as well. Like third ever super sport race, duck to water. Let's go.
Straight away, yeah. I mean, racing against riders like Xavi Flores and Josh Hayes. Josh Hayes is one of the most successful Moto America riders ever in the series. He's won countless races. I think he holds the record for the most ever race wins ever as well. So to be racing against him as a 16-year-old girl and doing pretty well and keeping up with him.
Good company, good experience.
Very impressive.
Yep.
And one final one, actually, I want to give a shout out to JD Beach as well, who stepped in as a replacement rider for Cam Peterson and won the Superbike Race 2 as well. And if you know about JD Beach, he races flat track. He won 2 Moto America Supersport titles and now does flat track and comes in every so often as a replacement rider and gets on the podium and wins races despite not being a full-time rider, riding on dirt.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's
so exciting.
Great. I love it. Yeah, it's great. Nice little tidbits, yeah. But heading over into India, like I said, we had a really good race weekend. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot that went on, from Yamaha and Honda being up there, Mir battling for a podium in the sprint race, Darko Bazecchi dominating the main race and doing the Grand Slam in terms of fastest lap, pole position and race win. Jorge Martin and his dehydration, Bagnaia crashing out. He had everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
So pick a point and let's start at it, because you just threw literally every single thing that happened out there in one go.
We've got, the list here starts with Jorge Martin and his dehydration.
And I noticed you've got chest protector,
destroyed.
question mark. What? Expand, please.
Did you not see?
I mean, I saw that his suit kind of came unzipped a bit. I didn't know this
because
was
he hadn't done it up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so his suit came undone in the race.
Yeah.
Because, he hadn't zipped it up properly, because there was a photo of him on the grid and it was kind of down a little bit.
Yeah.
But Simon Crafar on the... I think he may have deleted his tweet now, actually.
He might have, but
he did screenshot them.
He did mention it on the world feed, apparently.
Yeah, so let's find it, because I did screenshot it for the podcast.
Oh.
I think.
Always screenshot.
But, yeah, always. But anyway, basically, here it is. So Jorge Martin went back to his pit garage instead of going straight to Parc Fermé after the race, which is a bit strange, because you would think that you would go straight to just Parc Fermé and then maybe collapse in a corner and be a bit like, oh, kind of thing. But Yeah, no, I can't see it. I could just see him arguing with Matt Oxley on Twitter. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so it was that he went back to get a chest protector from his garage because Jorge Martin was potentially not wearing a chest protector in the race, and that's what Simon Crafar kind of spotted on the MotoGP broadcast, and that he basically went to his garage to sneak a chest protector in there to avoid disqualification.
Ooh.
Which was, because he felt, there we go, finally found it, that it was highly unusual for him to go to Parc Ferme to his garage instead of going to Parc Ferme.
He was also completely out of his mind and delirious.
Yeah, a little bit.
But interesting. And like, he seemed to like barely handle the heat anyway. I feel like if he did have the chest protector in, he would have been a danger to others and not just himself on the track. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what Simon said is complete speculation. We should add. Just before we completely decide that that's what's happened. I mean, number one, obviously, is that it's clear to see that his suit wasn't done up before the race started, and that is like issue.
A fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. We've seen pictures. That's a big issue, because not only are the likes of Alpine stars then going to be
on their 60th anniversary.
And you're going, oh, there's a problem with an Alpine Star suit, and then you see a picture and you're like, oh, he just hadn't done it up in the first place. Like, this isn't the first time we've seen this happen. So obviously there needs to be something done there to ensure that riders are, like, there's a list of the protective equipment that they need to wear during a race or during any time they're on track. There needs to be someone actually enforcing that the riders are doing that. And I know riders aren't stupid, and,
Yeah, because like sometimes they forget. Like Danilo Petrucci was disqualified from a race earlier this year because he forgot to wear his chest protector.
Like they're not silly, but it is something that you do this day in, day out. It's easy to forget something or something in your routines, maybe changed in your warm up, whatever.
Yeah,
and it's easy to forget. And this race was so hot, and like the humidity was mad. So I understand that there was probably more cooling measures than usual on the grid. So yeah, it's clearly that it's just slipped his mind that it's not done up properly. He zipped his suit up during the race, which was fine. I see no issue with it. People have explained why he didn't receive a penalty. I haven't read into it, but I think because he fixed he fixed the problem, and he realised he'd done wrong, sort of thing. Then when you get to the whole that he was completely out of his mind, delirious by the end of the race, he was, because at the very, very end of the race, obviously, he made a massive mistake, which meant that Fabio Quartararo was battling for second place with him. It's a real easy conspiracy theory to feed into, that he went back to his box and he was delirious and he didn't know where he was, and they were just pouring water on him straight away. He could barely stand up. He received a lot of medical attention when he did get to Parc Ferme, so like it all sort of checks out. But I don't know, I think that speculation for that he wasn't wearing a chest protector was maybe a bit far, because there's no proof. So I'm sitting on that look, he was just completely delirious. He's forgotten to do his suit up at the start of the race. He fixed that problem, and then by the end of it, he was just completely out of his mind, and his team were just trying to help him out, and he wanted water, and he just wanted the support from his team. I'm just reading it as at face value, basically.
Yeah, 100%. And it's weird because a lot, you see the amount of comments I've seen online, it's hilarious, of people saying like, oh, but Bezzecchi and Fabio Quartararo were fine, they weren't tired, and it's like, you're an athlete, you should be able to cope from this. Obviously there's people tweeting from their sofas and stuff like that who have not gone out in 40-degree heat and then raced a MotoGP bike at the highest speeds that they physically can, 40 minutes. That's why they had to reduce the length of the races and stuff like that, and battle dizziness, because you saw in Moto 2 Sergio Garcia had a drink thing in the hump of his suit, and then the obviously clips so he can like hydrate during the race. But Jorge Martin didn't have that set up on him. I can't think off the top of my head which riders apart from Garcia had it, but maybe that could have helped him in the race, but obviously carrying 500 ml of water or whatever it would be will weigh you down a little bit.
Yeah.
Fine margins. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's minor. I know.
Yeah.
Well, for them, it's not minor, but also
Yeah.
the riders know themselves what liquids they need to take during a race or whether or not they're going to be prepared for this heat. You know, lots of riders do, you know, preparation. Now, Jake Dixon's one of them. He goes to Loughborough University and does training with them to deal with like the extreme heat chambers and stuff like that. So I know there are riders that are prepared for those sorts of situations, but you could tell there were other riders that were clearly struggling at different points in the weekend. Maybe not to the extreme, but were they pushing as hard as Jorge Martin was? Probably not. And, you know, think about the situation he was in. You know, he was battling against Pecco Bagnaia, and then Pecco makes a mistake. He needs to finish that race to make sure that he stays in the championship.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's going to be pushing as hard as he can. And Bezzecchi at the start of the weekend had pace that others didn't have. So, yeah, I'm not questioning it at all. Like, it'll be interesting to see how he handles the other races in the season that are like hot and humid like that. But
yeah, like Sepang,
yeah.
I think
I don't know.
There's two really big factors with Jorge Martin. Obviously, firstly, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Literally, two people could have exactly the same
can
training,
react,
same climate, all their lives, and just react differently to these kind of conditions. And like, he is also arguably the most sort of physical rider on the grid. He's using his body arguably more than everybody else, so that's going to take its toll in that heat over that kind of time frame. So I mean, I think just comparing them to others isn't fair. It doesn't do anyone any justice here. And like you say, it's easy for them to you know, say this from sitting in 15-degree heat in the UK and just being and running their mouths online. But who'd have thought that people like to do that?
Yeah, like, because it'd be the same people saying that Jorge Martin is struggling with it, that are sat on the sofa when it's 30-degree heat going, I can't move, it's so hot.
I am one of them. I am one of them. As soon as it gets to 25, I'm like, that's it. I'm out. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
But that's
I
because...
could not imagine racing in that
Yeah,
heat.
because Britons aren't built for it. Like...
No.
I'm certainly not.
No, I mean, Scotland, Ireland...
Yeah.
No,
we're done.
We don't get to temperatures like that. Yeah. So...
That's it.
Automatically.
But yeah, the fact that he actually did manage to get through that race and finish on the podium is a massive testament to Jorge Martin himself. Not only as a physical side of things, but mentally, you know, knowing that he's then got that weight of, I can really make a dent into the Francesco Bagnaia's lead here thanks to a crash from Bagnaia. Not only does he got that mental weight and mental pressure on his shoulders, he also has the pressure of just finishing second in a MotoGP race with Fabio Quartararo on his tail, and all of that combined, you know, hitting your apex, hitting your breaking point every time, not crashing, not making the mistakes that everybody else has been making in the weekend. It's such a mental pressure, and then you add the heat on top of it, and it's just unbearable. Like Neil Hodgson was saying about it on the comms over the weekend when he used to race in these temperatures, and he was like, you start to feel like dizzy under your helmet, and you start to feel really like out of it, and really like you're going to pass out kind of thing, and you just have to knuckle down and get on with it. And the mental strength it takes as these guys is just unreal.
Because he will have been throwing absolutely everything at it from start to finish, and then for the last 5 laps where he was absolutely done, he just will have seen his pit board every lap just saying, Quartararo, same as last time. You know, each lap, like, it was pretty much an even gap for that last, I don't know, 5 laps or something. He'll have just been thinking, good God, like, how hard do I have to ride this just to try and salvage second? I say salvage, obviously, like, I don't know, for a winner last time out. Was it last time he won?
Yeah.
14? Yeah. Like, and he does seem to have confidence in his abilities. He will be almost thinking like he's salvaging second here because he won the sprint as well. So did he? I can't even remember. So he'll be thinking, I've got to salvage second here, and he's absolutely done. And and it's heroic stuff from them all. But I don't even know where I'm going with that now. But yeah,
he did very well.
He did.
It's basically what we're saying, and I think he deserves to be 13 points behind Bagnaia. He has done so well this year. Race by race, that confidence he's got is sky high. He's not on the factory Ducati, meaning he's even said, "I'm not on the factory bike. The pressure's with Bagnaia, not with me."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and he's
that's a bit of sandbagging.
So well. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's definitely like, on the inside, he's definitely like, oh my god,
crapping
there's
himself.
7 races left. Like, there's 7 races left. I am in the chance of winning a MotoGP championship here. Like he's been wanting to do that since he was a kid.
And if he does, he's earned it, because Pecco, when he doesn't crash, is nearly untouchable this year. So
yeah,
but
he's on fire.
Here's the thing, though, is Martin has just done exactly what Pecco did last year.
Yep.
Is the pressure on? Like, is Pecco feeling the pressure now? Is he gone?
100%.
Oh crap! And has done exactly what Fabio did last year, which not do anything magnificently wrong, but just the pressure is on you. You know, you've had a few crashes now and it's all starting to pile up, and now all of a sudden the points that you did build up at the start of the season are gone. And when this happened to Fabio, you know, he sort of fell apart a bit at the end of last season. Is this happening to Pecco now?
Well, Karen, if you
I was going to say, did Fabio really kind of fall apart last year?
Not really.
I think it was more just that the Ducati and Pecco just suddenly hit like escape velocity. Do you know what I mean? And there was nothing Fabio could have done.
But he had a lot of mistakes, is maybe more what I mean. Like, well, there was like Aragon, which wasn't his fault. Marc Marquez crashed into him. Mm-hmm. He didn't score points at Phillip Island. There was some other races he didn't score.
He finished
Thailand,
17th.
Yeah.
So
that wasn't even a crash. He just literally finished 17th.
Yeah, it was wet, I think, that day.
There was something to do with his mapping, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I think so. He had something wrong
but
with it.
He wasn't himself.
He wasn't. But, and then, like I was saying, so last year, obviously, it was Fabio kind of not feeling himself on a Yamaha against Pecco and Ducati, like I say, reaching this kind of peak of performance, if you want to call it. Whereas now, obviously, Pecco is potentially, we're not going to say he is like losing it a little bit, but he's against, I dare say it, like an equally fast rider on an equal bike, which is scarier. It's a scarier proposition if you're the person with the title to defend, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, we said this a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago, like a few podcasts a month, ages ago. We spent
that was words.
Podcast. Not years ago. It was about a few years ago when Pecco performs better when there's no pressure on him. Last year, when he was 91 points back, there was no pressure to perform. It was kind of like, you're out of the championship now, just go and race your bike. And suddenly he managed to put it together and do really well. He was helped, of course, by Fabio Quartararo having those problems that kind of helped him eke into the championship lead. I'm not saying he didn't do that by his own merit, because he was absolutely outstanding last year. But the year prior to that, in 2021, when Fabio won it, the pressure was on Pecco a lot more, and it weighed a lot more on his shoulders, because it was a case of, no, you got a shot at actually like coming up against Fabio and winning the championship, but Fabio was strong enough that he could hold off Pecco, whereas last year he wasn't, so Pecco could almost take it out of his hands like a little baby, I guess. Now he's got that pressure, and Jorge Martin on the same bike as him. He can't then worry and go, oh, Fabio's bike's terrible though, so it's fine. Because Jorge Martin's on the same bike as him. Jorge Martin knows every weakness that Ducati has.
Yep.
That Francesco Bagnaia also is very aware of course. And this is where I think we're seeing Pecco crack. Obviously, Catalunya didn't help, wasn't his fault.
No.
I think he could have probably taken a full 25 points there, to be honest. But Jorge Martin has just been consistent, and he's reeled in those victories, and he's been very strong. And Pecco is now gone, I think he's now cracking under that pressure, because Pecco doesn't really handle pressure that well, as we've seen in 2021, for example.
And on top of that as well, who would you have your money on in a one-on-one scrap?
That was my next
Probably
question.
Martin.
Really?
I think Martin.
Did you not? Oh yeah, like that move even on Fabio was a bit savage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
think.
Fabio had words with him after that.
Yeah, he did. But like, I would fully put Martin to win a battle
Right, but
against
2 years ago, who'd you
Bagnaia.
put your money on? Bagnaia.
Martin was a rookie. Martin was a
Okay, well,
rookie.
last year, when
Probably
the
Martin,
Ducati seat was up for grabs, oh yeah, who was everyone talking about? Enea Bastianini,
Yeah.
Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin's nothing. Oh, he
Yeah.
can't handle it. He crashes every week. You know, that's why he didn't get the factory seat. People's memory is very, very,
Very
short.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then who would you have had your money on in a one-on-one battle between Bastianini and Bagnaia last year?
Bastianini won two
Yeah,
of them,
yeah,
didn't he?
he-
He won
he
in
pretty much-
Aragon.
Yeah, he like forced
Yeah.
Pecco into an error, or he beat him when it was
Yeah,
when
at
it
Le
was
Mans,
one-on-one.
he forced
yeah.
Pecco to crash.
Apart from Mazzano, where Pecco beat him by
Yeah.
millimeters.
Millimeters, yeah.
No, last year I would have put my money on Bastianini. Yeah.
And I think this year I would have my money on Martin. Again, like on a sort of, there's nothing between them, and they're literally swapping places on track.
I'd like to
One-on-one
see that
dogfight. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
next
as well.
week. Or
With a
this
bit of
week, even.
Marquez in there or something would be.
Oh
be
yeah, or
lovely.
you and me, to be fair, you and me and Brad Binder was
That
quite
was
interesting.
scaring me.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Good to see though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It's great to see Johan Mir actually up there. Like the next point is Honda back on top. Great to see Honda in general back up there for obviously just for a weekend, I guess, because Marquez even said the track is very much like Kota, which suits Honda quite well. It is, I think it's clockwise, so it's
Yeah, it is.
because Marquez always does well on anti-clockwise, but it's a clockwise circuit, so it doesn't really play into the strengths there, but it played into the strengths of the Honda and the Yamaha, with Fabio Quartararo, of course, finishing third, Frankie Morbidelli seventh. Both the Hondas up there. Johan Mir was battling for a sprint race podium, finishing fifth
No.
in the race, the main race.
Oh, I was going to say he
Yeah.
crashed in the sprint, but fifth in the...
Yeah, he was battling for the podium though,
yeah.
or like around there with Marquez. I think he crashed out of fourth. Could be wrong, but it just shows that Mir has never really lost the talent, has he?
No.
Considering he's crashed out of every race since Portimao, and it truly is the bike.
Yeah. I mean, is it because it's a new track and we don't have any like data on it? We're gonna go to Japan and it'll be business as usual. For Ducati, or
Somebody, I can't remember who it was, made a very good point that was brand new tracks like this, when there's no data, shows the riders who are talented, if that makes sense. And the riders who are talented and are very fast will always come to the fore, which is why we saw the four most recent world champions battle in the top six.
you just wanted to get that in there because you made a post about that.
I honestly just clocked it. No, Crash.net posted about it. I didn't post about
Oh,
it. But
sorry.
yeah.
Well, go crashing it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that statement fully. I think this track really separated people, and yeah, it was a surprise to see Yamaha up there. I mean, Frankie didn't qualify well, but in the race, outstanding, made up 10 places.
Yeah. So good.
You know, Fabio had a decent enough qualifying, and then Mark and Joan were just like out of this world. Like, it is crazy. And I think, yeah, to have your last four world champions all actually up
In the top
with each
six,
other,
Yeah.
battling, it was, yeah, good to see. And I would like that to continue for the rest of the flyways.
Yeah.
Me
Probably
too.
won't, but one can dream.
And it's interesting as well because it's a total flip around from not that long ago in Silverstone at the sprint race, because I think all four of those guys were out of the points. Do you know what I
Probably.
mean?
Yeah, they were.
So
yeah.
it's just,
Good
it
memory.
really is a good leveler, a new track. And what a track as well. I
Yeah.
flipping loved it.
Oh,
Great to watch.
belter of a track.
Yeah, it was so
Great.
good.
It's got everything you could want in
Yeah.
a track. It's so good. The fans are amazing as well. Like, of course, there was issues of visas and things like that, and people getting food poisoning and stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
it's the first time in ages as well where I've heard like the crowd when there's a bit of drama on tracks. First time in ages I've heard through the TV feed.
Yeah,
like the crowd
was it
going
Fabio
wild.
and Martin
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
swapped, and the crowd went, "Wow!"
I actually
it.
said
I was
that
like,
to
oh
my
my-
dad when we were watching it. I was like,
did,
oh my
yeah.
God, can you hear them shouting for this right now?
Yeah,
Amazing.
like unreal. Like it was so nice, and you see on social media all like the famous cricketers from the country and big leaders and things like that. They're all absolutely so excited to be there, and I felt really happy because you go on like social media things, and a lot of the people in the comments are from India, and they seem very passionate about the racing and
Yeah.
things like that. And I don't know, it kind of warmed my cold black heart to see these fans that like love MotoGP that much to actually go and see them in real life.
You
Because-
feeling okay?
I don't know, my head's gone a bit weird, but like, because a lot of these people, the money in India, they don't earn much money and things like that, and so the likelihood of them being able to go to a flyaway race in like Malaysia and stuff like that is a lot lower than what we might be able to do, for example, because of the cost of livings and things like that over in there. So it's for them to have that opportunity to go and watch the races live and have that passion, like the amount of stuff I saw on social media from Indian fans and stuff, absolutely just elated for it to be there. It just it really made me like brought a smile to my face, to be honest, and to hear the crowd roar through the TV like that just shows the passion they have.
It's lovely to
And
see.
it was really lovely.
It's just it's what the sport's about in its purest form, and that's what we need. We need more of it. Please.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Yep.
there was 111,000 roughly over the weekend recorded, and I
amazing.
think for a first time race, that's pretty mad. And I can only see that number like multiplying massively. Like that big grandstand at the start finish straight, I was like, on Friday, I was like, doesn't seem to be too many people around here. Then on Saturday, you could start hearing the people through the TV, and then on Sunday, that grandstand was packed out. So
yeah.
that's good, and it's a good sign that everyone who was there, that anytime they appeared on TV, they just looked so happy to be there. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I do think the ticket pricing was a bit high for the local area from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So it was quite expensive for locals to actually get there, which we've seen before in the past in some of these flyaway races. The ticket prices are a bit too steep for locals. So maybe that's something that can be looked into for next year. And
For next
hopefully,
year,
though,
yeah.
that it's happened now, more people will be inclined to maybe start saving up and try their best to make it there for next year, because everyone seems so excited to go back already.
Yeah, even the riders are quite excited about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I had the money to pick a flyaway to go to, I think that would be at the
Yeah,
top of
Yeah.
my
I'd go
list.
to that one.
It'd
yeah.
be up there now, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to add to that stat you've just given, Lauren, Formula One, when they attended there in 2013, the attendance was 60,000.
Way.
Oh my God. Over
So
the weekend?
MotoGP is, I don't know, all I've clocked was
Because I think there was 60,000 on, roughly 60,000 on Sunday alone. That was 111 was
incredible.
weekend figures.
Yeah. That's unreal.
Then everyone's got a bike
let's
over
have a
there,
look.
which
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah, that's
You know,
it. Like it's a
just
motorcycle.
more part of the culture and everything, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
People might
Great.
have been a bit skeptical, I think, of it actually happening. You know, obviously, media from here was very skeptical of it happening. So I don't know what the thoughts were from India itself, if people thought, this isn't going to go ahead here, or I don't know. But it just seemed to be received so well that I can only see
Yeah.
it being a massive, massive race in the future.
100%. Oh, there you go. So, an estimated 65,000 people turned up to the Buddha International Circuit for the second Formula One Indian Grand Prix in 2012. Turned up to the circuit. 65,000. Wikipedia states 2012 Indian Grand Prix attendance 65,000.
Interesting.
So yeah, like it's great to see that many people go. And Marc Marquez was an absolute fan favorite. The
Yeah.
fans, like he was on the grid and just like putting his arms up, and the whole crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when he got that sprint race podium, the fans went crazy. And yeah, and he put on a show for them after blooming crashing out of third,
Yeah.
remounting and finishing 9th from 17th.
Yeah.
Very
Because
impressive.
he dropped completely off the board thing on the left, so he could have even been like 21st, 22nd,
Yeah.
to then finishing 9th.
It was mad. I'm sure he's a bit annoyed though that he knows there was a chance for a main race podium there.
He could have
but
won, yeah.
I don't think he could have won,
I
but
don't think he had Bezecchi, but yeah.
Yeah.
that might be a bit far. But yeah, I mean, Marquez always puts a show on when he has fans about, and yeah, that would have been a fun one to watch. I mean, he's like God over there. People
Yeah,
love him.
the crowd went nuts.
All
for
the
him. It was
flyaways.
crazy.
People love Marc Marquez.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good presence, I guess, in the sport, and he's a nice guy, so don't see why not. He's a kind of human. Now that Instagram is more littered with more human things these days. Like, did you see him absolutely terrify his girlfriend and Alex Marquez? Or was it? No,
No, it was
Marquez
Alex.
scared the hell out of the pair of them.
It was like a jump scare. Yeah, it was so funny.
and, yeah, just stuff like that. It's just nice to see. I think people can relate to that, and that's why he's obviously, of course, there's other reasons why people like Marquez, but it's just stuff like that people like to see and kind of relate to, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Did you see the sign at the weekend that said, Gigi and Paolo, we love you, is Mark going to Ducati? Question mark. And Mark's
And then
face?
Mark's grin.
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
Oh.
of course, we say this every week.
Oh, Dex got
Mark
some
to
juicy
Grassini's a
details.
done deal.
Oh, it's a done deal?
Apparently it's a done deal. It won't be announced at Japan, though. Unfortunately,
Source.
from what I've been told.
Yeah, who
Can't
told
give
you?
source.
By who?
I
Marc
made it
Marquez?
up on the spot.
Yeah.
So apparently he's going to speak to Honda next weekend to maybe finalise his decision and let them know of his decision. But from what I've been told and informed, it's a done deal and he's signed for Grassini.
No, he's probably phoning his accountant to be like, can we transfer this much money out of my bank account?
Loose change
But
for
yeah,
him.
but that's the thing, every blimmin' podcast, it's like, oh, it's a done deal, it's a done deal,
No.
it's a done deal.
Well-
Until we see that official press release, I'm like,
Well, the thing is that I was totally going, no, it's not going to happen, because Ducati weren't given it the time of day, Grassini weren't given it the time of the day, and then all of a sudden we get showed this poster, Mark's little sly smile, and then I can't remember which one it was, but someone like,
Paolo Ciabatti.
yeah,
made a
Ciabatti
comment.
goes, if Mark wants the seat at Grassini, Mark can have the seat at Grassini. We're just waiting on him making his decision. That's the first
Yeah.
time we've heard that from Ducati. So now I sort of believe it. I didn't believe it before. I'll hold my hands up and say I was like, why would they do that? Why would Mark go to Grassini, sort of thing? But now that someone from Ducati has actually gone, yeah, if he wants it, he can have it. I'm like, oh, right, okay, this is real.
This is going to happen,
Yeah.
potentially. I'll find the official quote quickly. Yeah, it was from Paolo Ciabatti, it was. Who, I like Ciabatti because he doesn't mince things up. He tells it how it is, Ciabatti, he always has, and I kind of like him for that, and he's not going to mess around, Let's have a look, see if I can find it. Here we go. Grassini have opportunity to sign Marc Marquez, is what he said. So he spoke to Jack Appleyard, who works for Dorna, of course. And then he said, as far as Grassini goes, I think it obviously looks like they have this opportunity and they're waiting for Marquez's decision. So
I love it.
He did confirm that Marquez would not be a Ducati contracted rider. The big talk is that, yeah, and so he basically confirmed that people Grassini, what's going on? Ducati are negotiating nothing with Mark. It would be Grassini because they can hire their own riders. Ducati hire riders for Pramac kind of thing.
Right.
But the big rumor is that is continually ongoing and is massively like, I take this with a pinch of salt, is that MV Augusta could be coming in 25 and Mark could be going there or to KTM in 2025. But again, I hear this every 2 weeks and I'm like, I don't believe it. I think I said it the other week because Giacomo Agostini said that he would be happy to mentor Marc Marquez. I think I spoke to Axel about it and was like, the bikes are completely different. I don't think it would translate over, but it would be interesting kind of thing.
So
So, yeah.
going to MV, hypothetically going to MV Augusta with Grassini? What? Like in...
No, like
know.
a new team.
Maybe as a factory rider, yeah.
Right.
A factory entry, yeah.
Right.
But, yeah.
I don't know. Dorna are a bit like the FIA at the minute, not wanting new teams to come in. So
No.
It's weird. I don't really know, but I guess we'll see. There's a lot of talk about this MV Augusta project, but of course, there's nothing concrete, and there's all speculation until we see those official press releases. I'm very much, although I'd love to see Marc Marquez on a Ducati, I think that would be amazing for him. I'm also hesitant to believe anything because the media have put out some insane stories over the years, from Danny Pedrosa signing for Petronas Yamaha to all sorts of malarkey about riders retiring and stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I also, I believe it now that there is a chance of it happening, which I didn't believe before. But yeah, I'll not fully believe it until it's proven either right or wrong.
Confirmed. Yeah, we might be waiting 2 weeks for that as well. If he's not going to confirm it at Japan. He said he would make his decision between India and Japan.
That's now.
But then, which exactly is now. But
call him up
as for
right now.
Yeah, I'll text him now, Mark.
Well.
But yeah, so it's just a very interesting one. There's not really much else. There's been no more confirmation about Pedro Acosta and what he's doing.
Well, the rumours with that one is, well, what I'm hearing anyway, is that the more and more that Jack Miller isn't performing, that he's going to be gone or, test rider or put out for a year sort of thing.
He was 14th.
He had another shocker, didn't he?
Terrible.
Was 4th.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't get grip in either of his tyres.
But what? I don't get it when everyone else is... Well, the gas didn't do great this weekend. Oh, really? Okay. I know Augusto didn't finish, but...
Yeah, he crashed, yeah. Which does mean that his run of finishing every race is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
But I don't know what's going on with Jack. I don't know if it's the birth of his baby, maybe. He's got more going on at home.
On his mind, yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like his usual self recently. I don't think. And the more and more that these rumours build, I mean, Pedro even commented on MotoGP's post the other day being like, where's my seat when the Moto2 lineup got confirmed? And it's like, crickets, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
That's so awkward.
It is. It's so strange.
I don't know.
No, it's odd, to say the least.
Time will tell.
Yes.
But anyway, shall we move on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Marquez has fractured 3 ribs and Luca Marini's broken his collarbone as well.
Livid, because obviously I predicted them to do well this weekend.
Oh my God, you did!
Alex Marquez in the box.
and the Honda Team Asia guys.
Oh, no, so did I, though.
Yeah,
I predicted the Honda
chapter.
Team Asia ones as well, though, so I don't see anything in that one, but...
I did put a girl on the box as well, to be
I had
fair.
a shocking weekend in terms of predictions, but we'll get to
that massive lead you grew out has disappeared again, so that's great for me.
Oh, you've just done a Bagnaia?
I have. Yeah.
You have?
You're crumbling under the
bottled
pressure now?
Watch me.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh dear.
New track, what can I say? Although, I mean, I am getting to the point where whatever you pick, I'm like, I'll pick something different, so
Yeah.
it's bound to happen.
I don't blame you. Why not, aim? But yeah, moving to Moto 2 before we do Moto 3 and then predictions. Jeremy Okoba is looking like a very good bowling ball these days, isn't he?
I'm going to headbutt him.
You're going to headbutt him? I think that you'd be at the back of the line.
Yeah, there's a few people waiting to headbutt him. Marcos Ramirez went mental at it.
I
didn't
thought he was going to fight him. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's had a fight in a gravel track, would it?
No.
Jeremy Okoba,
I think Ramirez probably realised that he didn't want to get a penalty, so he's like, I'll just let this one sort itself out, but I'm not surprised.
Kudos to American racing, though, for getting his bike back, Marcos Ramirez, as that is, fixing it up, sending Marcos back out and him getting 9th place.
Unbelievable. Really good
That
race.
is superb.
Yeah.
Really, really good race. There's a lot of riders that had very good races.
Yep.
2 of which are not Jake Dixon and Alonso Lopez. Because Alonso Lopez also did what he seems to be doing best at the moment.
Bit of
Again.
reckless.
Yeah, Neil
hot-headedness.
Hodgson even said... Neil Hodgson basically came out... and
He
said
sounded a bit Jake
that Lopez-
Dixon-esque, no offence to
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
well, he is friends with Jake. He said that Lopez has a bad rep.
Interesting words to just come out with as a pundit who's supposed to be impartial, but
Yeah.
Have they ever
I was
claimed that they're
gonna say-
impartial on
No,
TNT
that's true.
Sports?
No, they've always gone, we like the British riders and
Yeah.
we're biased to British riders. I'm pretty sure Michael Laverty has literally gone, we're biased to British riders.
Yeah, I think he said that over the weekend as well.
Yeah. Well, it's like when Sylvian Guantoli, who's French, would be cheering John McPhee, and I'm like,
No, he makes it clear when Fabio does well that he's a big fan of
Yeah,
Fabio
no, good.
Quartararo.
and he always
Good.
predicts
Good.
Arco to win and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, true. I like that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what Alonso thought he was doing in that situation, and it's not the first time it's happened, and they were very quick to sort of say no further action needed. Aspar went a bit mad on social media
On the social media,
after
oh my
it
God.
happened, and Alonso's been handed a double long lap penalty for Japan, which he sort of brushed off on his social media
Yeah.
then afterwards.
Well, yeah, did you see his thing? I've just put it in the chat of him with his little, like, lay down, just racing, caption, just racing.
Yeah,
with his
why
legs
is he
in the
like a
air,
little schoolgirl with his legs
Yeah.
in the air, like, oh,
It should be a nice font saying just racing things, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, with like,
Well,
the little sparkle emojis.
Yeah, and Jake even said that Alonso didn't even come to apologise to Jake, even though they had hotel rooms next door to one another. So, yeah.
That is
Okay.
intentional, whoever booked that.
Yeah, someone knows there's beef.
Yeah.
A lot of the riders that were in the same street, I think Zonta and Ramirez, I think were on the same street. Yeah, Zonta though, staying on the topic of Zonta, 6th place.
What a ride.
This is his first ever points as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about talent
is-
bringing people to the top here.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
Mm.
He celebrated like he'd won the world championship though, which I love even more.
Yeah.
I think that's
Love
so
it.
funny.
It's just Zonta, like, obviously, we had him on the podcast a few times, and that's just his personality.
Yeah.
He's a funny one.
He is.
Great guy.
He is.
Yeah, it's funny actually. One of my friends, who's Dutch, got a dog today, and she's named it Zonta. She named it Zonta.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I love
it's like,
that.
great name.
I want a dog
yeah.
named after me.
Santa.
Yeah.
What a
Cameron.
compliment. Yeah.
Cameron the dog.
There's got to be someone somewhere.
No. Human names only work well to a certain extent, and I draw the line at Cameron.
Deck would work.
I do
Deck
find
the
it
dog.
hilarious naming animals human
Declan?
names are like
Declan
calling a
would
dog
work.
Dave.
Yeah.
Declan the dog, maybe.
Deck the dog. No,
Deck.
that doesn't work in Scotland. It sounds like you're gonna.
No, because you'd
beat it
just be
up.
Ant and Deck. People would just be like,
Oh yeah.
your dog's named after Ant and Deck.
Yeah, I've heard that all my life, to be honest.
Hey,
Aw.
Declan dog.
Way. But yeah, it wasn't actually a good race weekend for Rory Skinner either. Well,
I
no,
mean,
it was.
Whoa,
Until-
it definitely was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was 16th, which is outstanding,
Incredible ride.
just to get knocked off. But he did get up and managed to wrestle bike over the finishing line to come in 20th, which
Still
Fair
like
play
a
to him.
decent enough result, to
Yeah.
be honest.
is very good.
I wanted to
Including my
cry
crash.
when I seen him running his bike towards the line, and then I heard
Yeah.
afterwards he had a statement out on American Racing Team socials, and it was like, I didn't care if I was riding the bike or running the bike, I was going over the line, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Heartbreak.
just respect.
give the lad a break,
I know.
I
please.
know. He has had some rough luck, injuries galore this year.
Keeps getting collected, doesn't he?
I thought it
Yeah.
was Skinner initially in that contact
Skinner?
with Alcoba in the first race.
Mm.
I was like, oh God, not again, not again. But I was gonna say thankfully it was Marcos, but no, like at least Marcos was able to sort of recover the race and made a good weekend of it. But
Yeah, well, that's Rory's third ever top 20 in the Moto2. Would have been a best ever result as
He
well.
could have got points as well, which is even more disappointing.
Such a shame, isn't it? Such a shame. He did do well. Another rider who got points was Sean Dillon Kelly, who got Forward Racing's first points of the season. I'm really happy for SDK to hop on a bike he's never even ridden before that's uncompetitive by a lot of people's comments and things like that. To come on and do that, I'm really impressed with him, to be honest. I'm very happy for him. I spoke to him afterwards and I was just absolutely elated for him, and I really hope it does him a good solid for getting a ride. Does him a solid for getting a ride next year in Moto2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
definitely. I mean, what's that, like race number 3 on the bike?
Yeah, and this weekend will be race number 3.
Oh my goodness. So race number 2 on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, the whole talent thing, in a track you've never been to, it just goes to show that, he's determined.
Talent's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, super ride, especially against beating Alberto Sura as well, who's spent years in the World Championship, and all the racing against these guys. He knows the level, and he's third currently in the European Moto2 Championship. So to beat Sura as well is very, very impressive. He beat Sam Lowe's, he beat,
that's because Sam Lowe's got knocked off, though.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's very impressive from Sean Dillon Kelly. Another 2 riders who I wanted to point out as well was the freaking rocket that is Sergio Garcia. He's
brilliant.
So impressive. Yeah. So impressive.
For a rookie, great showing.
To battling Joe Roberts like that as well, it was like he'd been here for years. He was a seasoned veteran.
Yeah, it was a great battle. I loved it. That was a really, in terms of the sort of what we've come to expect from Moto2 races and how entertaining they are. This was a good one. I gotta say, that was a great battle. There were a few of them all the way through the field. It. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really hope to see Garcia on the podium soon, to be honest. He's been a standout rookie for me, to be honest.
Well, in Moto 3, my family and I always had the joke that, if it was the last lap battle, we'd always have our money on Sergio Garcia because he was just unbelievable. And then in this Moto2 race, I was like, oh, but I'd love to see Joe Roberts on the podium. And so I was really I couldn't decide who I wanted to see on the podium. And then Joe Roberts touched the green, but gave the place back.
Yeah.
Or Sergio made a really good overtake. Don't know which one it was, but it was good from both riders anyway. Waited for Sergio to make the mistake, pushed him hard, and got the podium. And yeah, I just find it funny when Americans are on the podium because he's like, oh man, it was such a good race. His after his interview was so funny. So hopefully Sergio will be on the podium this weekend to make up for it. I would love
to see it.
But
it's funny. Yeah.
I was just going to say, but yeah, it was good from Joe Roberts. I mean, where did that come from?
It's weird. He comes out, does these podiums, and disappears again.
I hope not. I hope this whole this being a new track and the talent rising to the top equates to Joe Roberts as well.
Bit of confidence.
Yeah, he's rapid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There was one rider I did forget to mention actually in MotoGP, which is Ralph Fernandez once again getting a top 10.
He's a changed man. He's
that's his third top 10 now.
How did Miguel do?
Miguel finished.
Did he finish?
12th.
I was going to say 12. I should have said that.
Sure.
So, that's the thing. Raul has come on really well. The last few races he's been getting top 10s. He got 8th, I think, last time out in Mazzano.
He's starting to find it.
The talent's coming there. Yeah, the confidence is coming. I think it won't be long before he's getting a bit higher up in that top 10, I think.
Yeah. Well, if he can start regularly outperforming Miguel as well, then that's a good sign in terms of, well, for Fernandez anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. But there has been one rider change as well before we move to Moto 3, in that Borja Gomez, the rookie, has been sacked by Fantic Racing. I don't know. I think for results, because he's not making that step. and will be replaced by Moto E world champion Mattia Casadei, which I'm very excited for, actually. Because I do like Casadei, I rate him, but I don't like seeing rookies get sacked.
Nah. Should be something that stops rookies getting sacked, I think.
Yeah, it should be like a clause in their contract.
Yeah, it's not. No, what the hell?
Oh?
So I'm looking through the entry lists. And Hector Garzo has a wildcard with the NTS Triumph team. The MMR squad at some point. Probably Valencia, I would assume.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Hold the phone.
But yeah. Nice.
What?
NTS are making a return then. He has done some testing, to be fair, on the NTS.
When was the last time, though, he was in...
Last year, I think, he as a replacement rider. He rid for Pons for 2 years, Garzo.
Yeah,
He does Moto E now.
Yeah, but when was his last full season? I meant that's not been Moto E.
Sorry, 2021.
Oh, not that long ago then, yeah.
No. Yeah, and he did do an NTS Triumph wildcard in the European Championship earlier this year and didn't even qualify. Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Yikes.
But yeah, that's...
Well, best of luck.
I missed that. Yeah. But yeah, moving to Moto 3, there has been some confirmations finally of some riders, with Tech 3 confirming Daniel Holgado and Jacob Rulestone
Cool.
for next year. I'm very excited about that. Excited to see Holgado because, as we know, he can win the championship if he can...
He's still leading the championship.
Stop. Yes, if he can stop dropping points. So he's just about leading it. He's tied on points.
Yeah, because he's got more wins.
Yeah, that's it. And so he's dropped, what was it, like 70, 80 points at one point? He's dropped all them points.
No, he never had that much of a lead. It was like 40.
Maybe 40.
I'm inclined
I swear he had, like,
to
even
agree with
higher.
Lauren.
I don't know. He definitely had at least 2 victories in hand at one point. But
I don't know
obviously
about
not
that.
anymore.
I don't think it was ever as much as that. But in fairness, he qualified 18th and finished 4th. Damage
that's true.
limitation. I mean, what else can you do?
2 other riders are confirmed is Riccardo Rossi and Javier Artigas at CF Moto,
Cool.
placing Joel Kelso, and Filippo Ferroli, who's not been confirmed yet, could be going to Simicelli's SICK 58 squad.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's all I've got for you. We've already said Noah Detweiler confirmed to CIP as well.
More
That's not
pieces
anything.
falling
What about
into
Leopard,
place.
or was that not?
Oh yeah, Angel Piqueras as well, finally confirmed.
Well, that was confirmed.
After
I mean, everyone knew about it, but...
The Saint Afraid. And Adrian Fernandez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I did mention all this on the podcast the other week, so I'm glad to be proven right. But yeah, Angel Piqueras has been confirmed to be his teammate.
What does that mean
So,
for
yeah,
Tatsuki Suzuki?
He's out, basically. He's 26 now.
And not really performing.
Yeah. No, especially in Leopard, who
Yeah.
are second in the championship at the moment.
Well, I mean, this weekend, it wasn't really his fault that he didn't finish the race.
No, that's very true. He got very unlucky. But he shouldn't be down that far on the grid anyway, to be honest.
Well, neither should have Scott Ogden have been, considering he
No.
qualified so well, but...
Yeah, he has like the Joel Kelso effect where he qualifies well and just drops down the order.
I don't know, I think it was the weather. I'm telling myself it was the weather.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a British rider after all, isn't it?
Exactly. Struggling. It was raining when he said that 4th place lap, so...
That's true. That is true. But yeah, I'm gutted for Colin Vire. So gutted. Like, what does this man have to do to get a podium?
Not get taken out by his teammate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was
So unlucky.
it's a
so
sketchy move at the end, but
It's, I don't know, Moto 3 is so tight at the moment. It didn't help that Dennis Onchi was 14th.
yeah.
Well,
Because,
silly boy. silly boy returning to old Dennis Onchu ways is what he was doing.
that's it. And he's kind of messing his championship a little bit. I mean, he's still within 30 points of the leader, which is great. But with Holgado, Masia, and Sasaki split by 1 point, if you're not in it every race now, you're going to get dropped because these guys are literally neck and neck now.
Well, yeah, is David
Any
Alonso not ahead of him now as well?
Yeah, Alonso's 4th with 151 points, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, they need to really get his ass in gear.
Well, that's what you get for ignoring a black flag. So
That is true. That is true. Yeah, them's the rules. That's why, was it Andrea Locatelli's got a £1,000 fine and starts the next World Superbike race from last?
Yep.
Because his bike was smoking and he ignored things.
It's all there for safety.
Yeah, but it was a decent Moto3 race. It was quite boring, I found, to be honest, but Yami Masia dominated. The last few laps of with Toba, Sasaki and Via battling out was very nice to watch, but the rest of it was quite boring, to be honest.
Yeah,
all three races were like that, because if you look MotoGP, Bezzecchi 8-second lead, but then towards the end you had Brad Binder and EMR battling, then you had Fabio and Jorge battling at the end. Moto 2, Costa cleared off. You've got the battle for third place, and then the same thing happened in Moto 3. I mean, weird that it happened 3 times, but
yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Tony Arbolino on the box as well. Finally,
he did it. Hey.
I think we kind of given up on him, to be honest.
No,
for our prediction.
Don't talk about Tony Arbolino like that. Don't do him wrong.
Predictions anyway. I was like,
But
he did really well.
He does well in these conditions, because this time last year is when he started getting up there, and that's where his run of, like, it started this time last year, ran into the start of this season. He's had a mid-season blip. Hopefully the return to form is back again, and hopefully him and Pedro can be a little bit closer on track and battle each other for the championship.
Yeah, instead of Pedro, because he just seems to be running away with it, Pedro Acosta, at the moment.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. What's the point gap now?
39.
Yeah, 39 points.
It's a nice little cushion, really.
Yeah, it is. Just a little bit. Yeah, but I didn't really expect anything less from Pedro Acosta, to be honest.
Yeah.
As Jake Dixon himself said, he's the next Marc Marquez, so... You know.
Did he say that through gritted teeth, or?
May have done. I don't know. He did it on the interview, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
but
he's got a hand on the championship, like he's got a hand on the trophy at the minute.
But
he does.
It's not over till the fat lady sings. Francesco Bagnaia
has got a finger on
had
it.
a hand on that trophy. And yeah, now it's just about
one little finger holding on.
Yeah, just about for dear life. I think Jorge Martin is going to be very interesting to watch in the next few weeks.
Yep.
I think we could actually see a proper battle for the championship now, and I really want to see that.
Yep.
I think we all do. I think it's good for the sport, to be honest.
Yep.
Everyone's going to be, all the Ducati riders are going to be scrapping for Jack's setting from last year. Because he just ran away with it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did in Japan. Yeah, he cleared off. So that'd be interesting to watch.
Pecco crashed.
Yes, he did.
Nearly took out Fabio. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Apart from being tired.
Wild cards, I don't. Yeah, true. I don't know if we've got any wild cards this weekend.
We've got Cal.
We do have Cal. Yes.
Cal on the box.
Oh, I'm glad about that. Yeah. Love Cal. Yeah, it'll be good fun to watch.
Nice livery as well. Livery is really nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? The RSV oil thing that they've got going on. Yeah, ace. Love it. Yeah, we did have 2 wild cards in India, of course, in Moto3, Danny Sharrell and KY Ahmed. KY Ahmed unfortunately didn't qualify for the race, but again, as we go back earlier about having it for India and it being amazing for Indians, it was great to see an Indian representing his country on the Moto3 grid.
Yep.
And I'm very happy for him, to be honest.
That
he even got to compete.
Another shout out as well. Furusato, my guy. Had a solid weekend.
He's doing really well at the moment. He's progressed rapidly recently.
I love it. Keep it coming.
Yes. Right, should we get on to these predictions?
Let's do it, yeah.
Yes. So I'll quickly recap India and then we'll hop into Japan. So, heading into the Indian Grand Prix, Cameron, you led with 204 points. Myself in second with 183 and Lauren in third with 112.
Nice.
Yeah, so in Moto 3, Masia got pole. I went for Sasaki, Cameron, Alonso, Lauren Onshu, 0 points. The podium was Masia, Tobin, Sasaki. I went for Alonso, Onshu, Masia, so I get a point because I got Masia on the box. Cameron went Sasaki, Alonso, Onshu. Cameron gets a point. Lauren went for Onshu, Alonso, or Tola, 0 points. Heading into Moto 2, Jake Dixon got pole. I went for Acosta, so did Lauren. Cameron went Chantra, 0 points. In the race, it was Acosta, Arbolino, Roberts. I went for Acosta, Agura, Vietti, so I get 10 points. Cameron went for Chantra, Agura, Acosta, so you get a point. And Lauren went Agura, Chantra, Vietti, so she gets 0 points. Not looking good for Lauren so far.
I swear to God, if I was a week early in these predictions, I'm going to kill myself.
I know. You did do the best in MotoGP, though. So.
By far. Hopefully.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
So, pole position, Marco Bezzecchi. I went for Martin, Cameron Marini, Lauren Bezzecchi, so you get a point.
Oh, just
Sprint
1 point?
race. Yeah, 1 point for pole, yeah.
What about that shake-up we talked about?
No,
I'll shake it up for 2024.
No, come on.
It's been 1 point for pole the whole year.
Okay.
So, sprint race winner was Jorge Martin. I went Bagnaia, Cameron Binder, Lauren Martin. So you get 10 points for that.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then in the main race is Bezzecchi, Martin Quartararo. I went Bagnaia, Martin Binder, so I get 5 points. Cameron went Martin Marquez Bagnaia, so you get a point. Lauren went Martin Espargo Oliveira, so you get a point.
Ugh, disgusting.
So the points leaving India, Cameron leads with 207. I have closed back down to 199, so I'm 8 points off again. And Lauren is 124.
Oh, so sad.
No.
So sad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's really not.
Have you seen Inside Out? We need sadness. You know?
Oh, yeah.
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Nice little
that'll be
film.
lost on you then.
Am I
Never mind.
sadness?
Well, you are right now.
Yeah. I think I will continue to be for the rest of the
Watch
season.
Inside Out. It'll make you feel better.
Okay.
It's a great film. Anyway.
Right. So we're going Moto 3 pole, and I'm going to start with Cameron.
Moto 3 pole position. Yeah. Who's injured?
Everyone.
Who isn't injured?
Yeah. I mean,
I got a good question to ask in a minute as well.
oh my goodness. Do you want to ask
we'll
it
wait,
now?
we'll wait.
No?
No,
Okay.
we'll wait till after the prediction.
Well, I think we got to go with home hero Sasaki.
Yeah, I put Sasaki as well. Gosh darn it. And Lawrence, please.
I'm going to go for Morera.
He has been nowhere since his podiums at the start of the year.
Wise up. Just.
Yeah.
Just wise
What
up.
was the need? What was the need? That was so rude of you to say that.
I'm sorry. It's weird though, isn't it? Cameron's
I'm
face
going to give up.
Right. Third place, Cameron, please.
Third place. Let's have. Oh, I don't know. Everyone's all over the shop.
Smurf free, Cameron.
I know. Give me a little bit of. Give me Vire.
Nice. I like
Let's have
that.
his podium.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
okay.
going to say that.
Oh, please don't.
I'm gonna go with for third Sasaki.
Oh, Pain for Sasaki.
Yeah.
Podium, but no win. Jeez.
I know. And Lauren, please.
I just wrote Sasaki down and she said that. I'm not changing
Sorry.
it though, so too bad.
Okay.
Unlucky for you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Guevara won it last year, so it doesn't really help.
Where'd Sasaki come?
Sasaki came third. It was Guevara, Foggia, Sasaki, Garcia, Munoz, Moreira.
Then John
Would you
McPhee.
look at that?
Yep, then John McPhee. Well done, Cameron. Have you also got the results up from last year?
Might do.
Oh,
Nice.
do you guys actually look at that? Maybe I should.
Nah.
Yeah.
Took
Right,
me
Cameron.
13 rounds to realise that.
Yeah.
For
Cameron
second,
for second place.
let's.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with this year's leopard, shall we? Let's have Messia, please.
Nice. Okay.
Don't give me that face, Lauren.
I just wrote it down, and you will not even believe me.
Go, Lauren first for the rest of them. Then
look, and now you can't see it.
It's just a bright screen. Oh,
there
it is.
you go. Damn. Oh, we got Alonso to win.
Don't give people spoilers.
Sorry.
30
Sorry, I
seconds.
just really shouted that. Sorry to headphone users.
Yeah, so you've gone Messia second, Lauren.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I've gone with Holgado. Right, so Lauren's gone with Alonso to win. Cameron, please.
He wanted to go for Alonso to win.
No, I'll have Sasaki for the win. I want him to have a pole and win on his home race.
Well, I've gone Messia.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
I'm intrigued. I've put the title 1, 2, 3 in there, not in order. But, yeah. So, Lauren can start with Moto 2's pole position,
I haven't
please.
thought that far ahead, folks.
Oh, my God. Who was it last year? I'll find out for you. It was Aaron Canet. Jake Dixon, then Arbolino.
Well, it'll not be Aaron Canet this year.
Jeez.
I'm just saying. You were allowed to say that about Moreira, but I'm not allowed to say that about Aaron Canet. Do you know what? I believe in Tony Arbolino. Let's go for Tony Arbolino.
Interesting.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay. Then Cameron second, please.
To clarify, because those words got mixed up in my head, you mean for pole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said Cameron second. I thought you were just asking me for who's second. Anyway,
Who's Cameron?
are the Honda Team Asia guys injured? Because I know they both had a bad weekend this weekend. Are they okay?
No, I just think they're just doing what they do best and being inconsistent this year.
Okay.
Shots fired.
For pole, I'm just gonna say Acosta. Sod it.
Oh, for God's sake, I've got Acosta as well. So we've got the same pole, man. Great, love that. Okay, Lauren, third place, please.
Dixon.
Oh, for God's sake, I've also gone Dixon. I hate going last. Cameron,
Yeah, it
please.
sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lopez.
Nice. He was last time.
He was.
Last year.
Yeah.
Not with this double long lap penalty, you idiot.
Oh.
Nah, he's still gonna do it. He's still gonna do it. He's still gonna do it.
It's all right, Cameron. You can change if you
No,
want.
you cannot.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Double
fine.
long lap penalty. Like you can make up 6 seconds.
Wee
when-
buns.
Yeah, easy. Couple of slipstreams and you're back in it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Take them
yeah,
early.
yeah.
Who cares?
Nice. I've got my Dixon
Well done.
as well, as we know.
Okay.
Lauren, second, please.
Arbolino.
Arbolino. Okay. Cameron, second, please.
Ogura.
Nice. Second place. Oh, I don't know.
Why not?
Aaron Canet. I was tempted to put Zonta, but I was like, no, I won't do
Wow.
that. Vietti crashed out last year. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Dear.
Oh dear.
Dear.
Hopefully not
Right.
again.
And will we ever see Marcos Manuel Gonzalez break fifth place as well?
No.
No.
I think it's 11 times now.
What?
If I could
11 times.
if I could
since
finish 5th in a Moto2 race 11 times, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Better than 6
you
12
sure?
times.
Oh no, it's only 7. I swear I saw him
You're
say it was
getting
11
confused with Aaron
One,
Cannett's second
2,
place.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 times. And sorry, I do apologise. Still, 7 times is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So, winner, please, Lauren for Moto 2.
Pedro Costa.
Same. Cameron?
Yeah, also.
Great. Gosh, we're so original, aren't we?
Well,
See,
I
this is
mean-
what happens. I always have to go last. I've come to the conclusion before a couple weeks ago when I complained about it. And funnily enough, that's why I always went, oh, I'll go for someone different then.
I
think-
now I'm like letting each of us go first.
Yeah, you've
so-
had it out for me from the start. If I had
Yeah,
been allowed to pick
conspiracy.
first from the beginning, I'd not be in this position. The conspiracies
okay.
are out at this point.
There's a
They
Simon
are,
Crowfar
isn't it?
conspiracy, is it?
No, this is a
Alright.
legitimate conspiracy. It's not even a conspiracy. It's just legit.
Oh my God.
I've had to
goodness.
pick last.
Oh,
Cry about it. So MotoGP pole position.
Oh, I hope Cameron wins just to shut you up. I swear to God.
I hope you win, Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah, comeback of the century. Marquez got pole last year, didn't he? I don't know. I'm gonna go for pole. I'll go with.
You did just ask me, but
Did I?
But
Okay, you can
knock
go
it-
first because
no,
you complained so much.
knock
It's fine.
yourself out.
Literally.
You can go first.
Yeah.
It's alright. I'll give you a handicap. You can go first, Lauren.
Oh,
I'm actually just. I don't even want to answer at this point. It's gone too far. But I'll have Marco Bezzecchi, please.
Oh, I was gonna go Bezzecchi.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Martin instead. Cameron, please. He's gonna go Martin.
Oh, I'm not going to now. I'm not going to now.
Oh, he's taking Lauren's tactic now.
Yeah, watch it all fall apart for you.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, God, it's really hard to not pick Bez or Martin, isn't it? I'm going to go with Marc Marquez. Again.
Oh, he got pole last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Let's go. Why not?
Right, sprint winner Lauren, please.
I'm also going to go for Marc Marquez.
Jeez, nice.
Sprint winner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn,
oh.
that's hefty.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna go with Jorge Martin. Cameron's rolling his eyes. Are you going with Jorge Martin, Cameron?
Yes, I think I am because there's more points at stake
Nice.
with actual wins. So
Yeah. Okay, and Lauren for third place, please.
I'd like to go for Marc Marquez again, please.
Jesus Christ. You sure it's just not your terrible choosing, which is why you not got any points?
Why? So Cameron's allowed to have him for pole, but God forbid he performs well.
To be fair, I thought you picked him for pole as well, so I apologize.
No, I'm not that crazy.
My bad. No, that would be nuts.
yeah, it would.
I'm going to go with Binder for third because he got there last year. Cameron, please.
Is Danny Pedrosa here?
I wish.
Third place. For some reason, hear me out. Let's have Zarco.
I was thinking Zarco, you know. So I'm hearing you out.
Are you hearing me out, Lauren?
I'm sick of used to it. I swear to God.
What? What do you mean? What's wrong?
Why is me making Marc Marquez so out of this world?
I don't know.
But
That's funny,
Zarco's
isn't it?
like, oh, yeah, I was thinking Zarco too. Do you know
To be
what?
fair, yeah.
It's cool. It's because we're delusional.
It's yeah.
It's like the blind leading the bloody blind.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
And
Okay, Lauren for second place, please.
Marco Bezzecchi,
Alex
please.
Marquez.
No,
Nice, okay.
wise up. How many times have I said wise up in the last 10 minutes? I'm
I
getting
know.
angry now.
Oh my god. Second place, I'm going to go with Bagnaia because I think Bagnaia and Martin are going to scrap and Martin's going to beat Bagnaia.
interesting. Interesting.
Cameron second, please.
It's kind of like my Aragon prediction from last year, but with Bastianini instead.
Ooh.
But obviously, this is Motegi and it's 2023. I'm gonna say, I think Bagnaia is gonna crack again. Say crack again. I'm gonna go Martin for second.
Okay. I have no idea who you're going to pick for the win. Oh, you're going to go Bezzecchi, aren't you? Lauren for the winner, please.
I'd like to go for Jorge Martin, please.
Oh, I've also gone Martin. Okay.
Just
And
because
Cameron,
I've picked
please.
him doesn't mean he's going to lose.
Well,
Sorry.
I will have, as you so correctly predicted, Deck.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
have Bez for the win, please.
Nice.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. Okay. Right, I do have one question for you guys that I was brought to my attention earlier that I was very intrigued about. So, in MotoGP, if you are injured within 10 days or at longer than 10 days before a Grand Prix, you have to be replaced. Luca Marini will probably not do Japan, which is fine, he won't be replaced, but the race after that, he will have to be replaced. If Pirro is riding a factory Ducati, who are they putting on that VR46 bike?
Valentino Rossi.
I said that as well earlier.
Yeah.
I would love to see it.
I would die. Just saying.
He's a Yamaha factory contracted rider, though.
I don't care. His name's on the bike. Get him on
Yes.
it.
If not Valentino, I'd quite like to see Ucho do it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Might
Realistically.
not qualify, but
Are you wanting like a...
just get Andrea Minio on it. He's done everything this year. Get him on it.
No.
Why not? It'd be funny.
Okay.
He wouldn't qualify, but
Who else could
I
go
don't
on
know
it?
who they
His
put on
daughter?
it, though. She's like 2.
Anyone can ride
And?
a Ducati these days.
I'd
Yeah, that's
swear to
true.
God, you put her on that bike, she'd perform. Even at 2.
I'm thinking like maybe they'd put Vietti on it for a race and drop it out of Fantic for a race. I don't know. I
Where
genuinely don't know.
where are they in 2 weeks' time?
Thailand, I think.
Do they have to replace him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I might end the podcast on that and let people think about it. I don't know.
When's Batista wildcarding?
Sepang.
Sepang.
Oh.
He is... He's not got enough of a gap now to lose
No.
another.
No, he's absolutely
Superbike
thrown
race.
that down the
Yeah.
road, hasn't he?
Do you know who
Crashed twice in one race.
you should give it to Axel Bassani?
Yeah.
As a
I
sorry.
said that earlier.
As a
I said
sorry.
that earlier.
That would be
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, no, Petrucci.
Oh, yeah, of course. He's Italian
Obviously.
as well.
Yeah, jeez.
That makes
Or-
complete sense.
Mark Marquez.
Or Rinaldi. Mark Marquez. Wow.
If there's one man who's not getting on Valentino Rossi's bike,
It's Mark Marquez. Yeah, maybe Rinaldi. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Petrucci would make
Petrucci
sense.
seems
No,
like the
yeah,
best
legitimately probably like Petrucci or
one, yeah.
something.
Yeah, Petrucci's actually the best shout, to be fair.
Or Bassani. Petrucci or Bassani are
Yeah.
my 2 picks.
Nice. Okay. Right, I think that's all we've got time for.
Well done.
On that bombshell.
And on that bombshell, yeah. Thank you for listening to this absolute disgrace of a podcast.
Nah, this was good. This was
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
You say that every week.
I do.
And I'm getting
I mean
like
it.
an absolute disgraceful look from Lauren right now after saying that. You're like, what the hell?
Because it's good.
It's good content, you know
I
what I'm saying?
enjoy it.
Oh, that's good.
My
I
dad
enjoy
says
it
he
too.
enjoys it, so we must be doing something
Oh,
right.
that's good.
Excellent. Hi,
Yeah.
Lauren's dad.
Hi, Lauren's dad. Shout out to Lauren's dad.
You should actually give a shout out to my sister because she also listens too.
Thanks,
Shout out
Lauren's
to
sister.
Lauren's sister who said we were salty.
Salty.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she said we were salty, didn't she?
Who?
Or
Oh.
sounded salty.
Yeah,
me.
she gives me a lot of
Yeah.
feed. All of us. That time that someone
Nice.
called us out for not watching the races.
Yeah.
I watched them.
Well, I watched them too. A certain
Deck.
someone doesn't, but
I do. I watched them.
You don't.
I have screenshots
I
to prove
do.
otherwise. But
I watched them all this weekend,
oh,
even at
who's
stupid
getting
times.
Aggie now?
Oh.
It's funny how the tables turn, isn't it?
Funny that, isn't it?
Anyway.
yeah.
Anyway,
anyhow, it's 11 o'clock at night.
this brings out the best in us.
Yeah, it does. It's like prime time, isn't it?
I feel like
Cameron-
Jorge
Prime
Martin
hour.
right now. I'm
Cameron
delirious.
would
Cameron's
say
dying.
otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm in
But
my bed.
it'll only get better the more sleep deprived we get. Are we all going
Oh,
to
I can't wait.
get up and watch Japan live?
Yeah, we should do it live and then podcast straight after when we've had no sleep.
7 a.m. podcast next week?
No.
Yeah, let's go.
No.
So what? We can't do 9 p.m., but 7 a.m.'s too much for you.
I'm actually working this weekend, which is really sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
tough.
know.
That's an L.
That is an L. Anyway, some of us have to
Anywho.
work.
Hey, we all work.
I
here,
work.
don't we? Yeah, I work.
I don't know about Declan, but I
How's
work.
your mortgages?
I
How's your
definitely work.
mortgages? Anyway.
I'm gonna live.
Sorry, Mr. 30-year-old in a flimmin' housing market.
Yeah,
Well, this is
I'm a
it. My back is
24-year-old
done.
teenager. Calm down.
Yeah, 24-year-old teenager.
I'm a 30-year-old teenager with a bad back. That's
That's the difference between me and you.
Well,
I don't have aches and
You've
pains.
got a bad back. Yeah. Cameron needs paracetamol to get through the day. Just
I
'cause his
can
back and
leap
all.
out of bed in the morning. I'm like a spring chicken.
And do you?
Yeah,
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it.
every day.
Yeah, don't waste that. Don't lose that. Anyway, where have we gone?
Sorry.
Go to bed.
I don't know. I'm trying to end this podcast.
Good night.
Oh my god.
Bye,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.